Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hello and welcome. Welcome to today's Zoom meeting. Turn your writing into cash. I am your featured presenter, Ronette Turner Corley, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I host these meetings every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. Central, as well as 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I won't be long before you, but the information is going to be valuable. So make sure you tune in today and, of course, going forward. And also, don't come by yourself. Come with more people because today I'm going to show you how to turn your writing into cash flow. I want to welcome everyone that's here on Zoom, as well as we are chiming in and streaming live on two different platforms. One is Facebook Live and the other one is YouTube. So once again, welcome, and let's go ahead and get into the information. So if you are familiar with this gentleman, you know he is legendary, an icon in the personal development space that has since transitioned from this life. But he left a humongous legacy. And one of the things that he's famous for saying is you can have everything in life that you want if you just help enough people get what they want. That is a biblical principle. That is a life principle. That is a financial principle. I mean, it really is what it's about, right? What goes around comes around. If you plant a seed, the seed will harvest, So just imagine the more people that you commit to helping and the more people that you help pay their bills, believe me, it's a principle that's a known fact. Your bills will get paid and you never have to want for anything. My husband and I have always embraced this philosophy because we understand it's principle based and it absolutely does work. But we've never been in a position where we've had a business model where we can absolutely say without a shadow of a doubt that if you apply the information, you have an opportunity to win. And that is everyone, right? That's absolutely everyone. Why? Because if you can write, you can win. And I'm going to share that with you. What if you can write your way to more income, more cash flow coming into your house? See, we're in a very different time right now when it comes to our environment and this economy and, this new administration coming in. This is not to get political, but there's been some things that has been shaken up, right? And so with that being said, many people are looking for a way to be able to get more cash flow coming in. That's just the environment we live in today. What if you can write your way to more income? That's what gets me excited. Why? Because everybody can do it. It doesn't take a special skill. It doesn't take any selling. It doesn't take you sending out websites. It doesn't take you getting on, company Zooms and going into homes and showcasing products. It doesn't take any of that. All you have to do is sit somewhere by your lonesome. You never have to share this with anyone. And the power is absolutely in the pen. And you can write your way to more cash flow. I want to introduce you to a company by the name of Send It Academy. It's a company that shares a proven concept that's been around for decades. And with this concept, they really explain and show you how to do this effectively and how you can write your way to billion-dollar corporations. And as a result of doing that, you can have cash flow coming into your home. Now, what I would like to do is introduce you to Lisa Krimmel. Lisa is the creator of Pay Per Letter program, and also she's the co-founder of Send It Academy. She's a wife, mother of 4 boys, and also an entrepreneur, very successful entrepreneur, I should say. She also resides in my backyard of Northern California, and she discovered this method a little bit over 3 years ago. And what she discovered was a tremendous opportunity where she can bring more cash flow into her house. As a matter of fact, she put it to the test. In 2023, she said, listen, what if I wrote 4 hours per day, part-time, 5 days a week, a little bit over a year? See, she's very busy. So she didn't sit down and just write for a straight 4 hours. She did it in between her life of being a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur. And do you know, doing that for 1 full year consistently, she earned a little bit over $78,000. I want you to imagine right now, by the end of 2025, if you can bring in an additional, we're not going to tell you to quit your job. We're not going to tell you to quit your business. If you're out there selling lotions and potions and travel and everything else that's in the direct selling space, guess what? Keep doing it, right? Keep doing it. If you got a passion for that, keep doing it. But I tell you, more cash flow doesn't hurt anybody. Here you can bring in more cash flow without sharing with anyone. Now, if you choose to share, you can, but you don't have to. So imagine being able to bring an additional $78,000 into your household this year. As a matter of fact, I truly believe Lisa can actually tell her story much better than I can. So let's go ahead and hear from Lisa.
Hi, my name is Lisa Krimmel, and I am the co-founder here at Send It Academy. And I wanted to tell you why this is the program you've been looking for. So I want to give you a little background about me. For 25 years, I've been in the mortgage industry. In 2005, after having my third son, I decided I needed an additional stream of income. So I became an internet marketer. I had tremendous success between 2005 and 2013. But in 2013, I did decide to step away. And the biggest reason why I decided that is because I was tired of putting people into programs where there just wasn't duplication. I didn't want people to fail. I truly wanted people to be successful when I put them into programs. So I did move on. I became a drop shipper and FBA seller over at Amazon. I did $15 million in sales between 2013 and January of 2022 when Amazon impolitely asked me to leave because they no longer wanted to compete with us. So in February of 2022, I went back into the mortgage industry, saw there was a huge need for credit repair courtesy of COVID, and so I started my own credit repair company. In April of that same year, my cousin came to me because she knew that my Amazon business had gone kaput and asked me if I had ever thought about, an additional stream of income. And I said, yeah, I'm always interested in something. So she showed me how to write letters to casinos for $5, and I jumped in with both feet. That first year from May, I started actually in May of 2022. I started writing, started with 50, then 100, then 200, built myself up to 300. But more importantly, that first year, what I did was I worked on converting that out. I'm not a huge gambler. In fact, most of the time when I go into a casino, I take a $100 bill and my objective is to leave with the same $100 bill. And so I really did perfect what I like to call the art of conversion that first year. And so in 2023, I decided I was going to go all in, and I made a commitment to myself to go ahead and write 300 letters every single week for the entire year of 2023, which I did successfully do. And I made just a little bit over $78,000 writing letters in my spare time while I did my other business, which was credit repair. In November of 2023, I was at a wedding where my sister, who is also a writer, her daughter wanted to be able to move out. And I said, well, let's get her writing letters, which made me come up with the idea of paid per letter. So I got together with my sister. She created the videos. I did all the verbiage. We put the program together as to make it as simple as possible so that everybody could win. And that's what I love about this program is if you can write, you can make money here. You don't have to go out and recruit. You don't have to go out and sponsor. You just have to write. So in December, I built out the program, called up a friend of mine because he had some amazing software that I was interested in, and I showed him what I had, and he was like, I want in. And I was like, okay, let's do this thing. With his marketing ability and this program, we could take this far and we could really help a lot of people. So that's how Paid Per Letter and Send It Academy was born. And I just want to let you guys know that this works for anybody, no matter whether you're 18 or 80. And the reason I know this is my fourth son turned 18 in February. And the day after he turned 18, he got verified at one of the casinos, immediately started writing. Well, a couple weeks ago, he got his first drop, $700. He came to me, Mom, how do I get it out? I said, you got to convert it out. Let me show you. And so I showed him my method, and he was able to convert that $700 into $683. That's more than he would have been paid in 4 weeks for, minimum wage, working, the 15, 20 hours that they would give a kid his age. So am I happy? Absolutely. Should you be happy? Absolutely. This program can change your life. All you have to know how to do is write. Can you write?
Now, I don't know about you, but you should be excited about right now. Why? Because all she talked about was having a way to convert and then being able to have cash flow coming into her house. Okay. No tech skills, no selling skills, just following some simple instructions. And yes, you can absolutely do this and make money from home. Now, let's talk about Send It Academy. They are a Nevada-based company that launched January of 2024. So they're into, a little bit over a year now. And they teach you how to write letters to billion-dollar corporations, which includes gaming websites and casinos. Now, the majority of these corporations, they pay their users in online coins, also known as sweeps coins, as in sweepstakes. And what you'll do, you'll learn how to convert these coins into cash via online gaming. Let me stop there and say that Send It Academy is not in the business of teaching you how to gamble. Okay, that's not it at all, although you participate in online gaming. What they do is show you how to use Lisa's conversion method. And with this method that's proven, it teaches you how to convert these coins and retain a minimum of 90% or better of these coins, and then turn them into cash and then cash them out into your bank account. It works like magic. It's incredible. And let me tell you, thousands of people are doing this from home since Send It has started this journey back in 2024. Now, part of the process does include gaming websites. So if it conflicts with your personal beliefs or spiritual beliefs, and I can tell you this, we have on our team that we have personally introduced this to an ordained minister. So that lets you know it's not gambling. Although you're participating in the gaming site, you are participating in a way of knowing how to convert these through the system and then allowing that to convert that over into the cash flow right into your bank account. Okay. So you have to be the judge of that, but stick around and you'll be able to hear more information and see if this resonates with you. Now, what gets me excited is the fact that this opportunity has been around for decades. Now, Send It has been around for a little bit over a year. However, the letter writing method that they teach you, the system, has been around over 2 decades. That got me excited. Why? Because now I have a skill set that no matter what happens with the company, so some people out there are locked in on the company. And if the company decides to change directions or close its doors, guess what? You're in trouble. But with Send It, they have no affiliation with these gaming sites and casinos. All they do is teach you how to do this method properly. So what happens, even if they decide to go a different route or close their doors, they are teaching and have taught us a way to bring cash flow into our house ongoing, right? Because our relationship on doing that is with the casinos and the gaming sites. Incredible. Absolutely love that. Technology has made things easier. No longer do you have to wait for floppy disks or CDs in the mail, talk to someone on the phone. Everything is done digitally and online. So these multi-billion-dollar enterprises are not going anywhere. And the number of people who are sending letters, it does not affect your success. Why? Thousands of people in Send It and outside of Send It around the United States and Canada are sending in these letters. Once again, don't quit your day job. Don't quit your business opportunity. But more cash flow has never hurt anybody, right? This is 100% legal, and these corporations are government regulated. So, Ronette, how do we get compensated for these letters coming in? It's something called AMOE, Alternative Method of Entry. Now, this is what you're going to absolutely love. They have to do this by law, right? It's an alternative way for us to participate in these gaming sites, and they have to provide a way for us to enter without our own money. So we write these letters to receive these sweeps coins. And as a result of that, we get compensated for writing the letters. They must do it. So that's how we know we're going to be able to have this consistent cash flow coming in, because by law, they have to provide this means of entry. So that is pretty incredible. Now, what do? We earn for writing letters. We earn up to $5 per handwritten letter. Now, when I first heard this, I thought it was an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. No, ladies and gents, you know what a letter is? It's actually a 4 by 6 index card. Let me ask you a quick question. This card, on one side filled out with 2 sentences, your address and name in the corner, and a code, is worth $5. How many of these can you write to receive $5 per card? It's incredible. The number of people are earning thousands of dollars from home, sending this letter in. Now, Can you write? Because that's exactly what you taught here. Send It will teach you exactly. Sometimes I get, well, what do we write? That's in the training. Who do we write to? That's in the training, you know? Now, here's the thing. Once again, Send It has no affiliation with these casinos and gaming sites. So can you go directly to the casino and gaming site and not go through Send It? Absolutely, you can. You absolutely can. But let me tell you this. The founder of this Send It Academy has made over six figures writing letters, just writing letters part-time in the last 3 years. Let me ask you, why would you want to go create or try to figure out how to do it right when you have the blueprint? Easy, step-by-step, simple to follow, where they'll teach you exactly what to write, who to write to, and they'll check your work. Now, the checking of the work is incredible. Let me tell you why. Because every T has to be crossed, every I has to be dotted. These companies actually get audited. Why? Because this is big business for them. We may seem like, oh, we just writing letters. Yeah, it's that way for us, but it's a tax deduction for them. So everything has to be done exactly right. And if it's not, your letters can get tossed and you won't get credit for them. So Send It makes sure that you're doing it the right way because they check your work and give you the thumbs up that everything's okay. Now you can start sending your letters. Let me tell you, that right there is everything. Now, these letters must be handwritten by you. No, you can't hire anyone on Craigslist or Fiverr or have your kids do it because you like, I'm too busy, they can just do it. No, they must be written by you. Once again, this is big business. Things have to be done in a certain way because we get the benefit of getting the credit for the $5. They get huge tax deductions as a result of that. Okay, once again, they get audited. So just make sure you do it correctly. Don't try to skate the system. They will find out because they do monitor that from time to time, make sure the handwriting is the same. And if it's not, people have gotten their accounts shut down. And that's like shutting down the cash cow. You don't want to do that. Now, you earn credits into your gaming account in 8 to 12 weeks in the United States, and Canada is 12 to 15 weeks. So what happens, one card is a credit. Okay. And so what happens is that once that you get credited, you'll get credit in the form of a sweeps coin, which is worth 5 USD. Now, yes, it takes 8 to 12 weeks to receive your first credits. Why is that? I'll share with you why, but you have to build up a pipeline. You're building up a pipeline and you're priming the pump. It takes some time because it's a process to get you in the system. But once you're in the system, you're getting paid, provided you keep writing. That's what I learned when I first got started. The people who have been here said, don't stop writing. Because once you're there, they turn that switch on, it's on. Now, for me, I've already received my first drop. It took me 9 weeks and a day. I was excited. It's different for everyone, right? But just imagine being able to now be in position to get paid over and over and over again. And you know what? It goes by very quickly. Do you know we're in April 2025 already? That tells you how fast these weeks will go. And guess what? All you do is just keep writing. And this is the longest time you have to wait. Now, what happens is when you send this card in, you're going to write what they tell you to write. You're going to put it in an envelope and you're going to send it off. It's going to go through the mailing process and end up at a P.O. box. If you know anything about big corporations, they don't pick up every single day. Sometimes it's once a week, twice a month, sometimes once a month. Now they gather all the mail in the P.O. box and it goes to its final destination. Once it's there, they're going to scan in every card to make sure it's correct. And then once they find out it's correct, it goes in a batch waiting to get paid with thousands of other people. You see how that process takes some time? Absolutely. But once again, once you're in the system, keep writing because you're going to get paid over and over and over. And that's how people making thousands of dollars from home writing letters. You can write from the comfort of your home or from anywhere. It takes 4 to 6 minutes, depending on your writing speed from start to stamping the envelope. And let me tell you, the more you write, the faster you get. I even surprise myself sometimes, like, whoa, that was quick. Why? Because what happens, you're writing the same thing over and over and over again. It doesn't change. So that's what's exciting. Sooner or later, you'll start to memorize exactly what you're writing. Now, who is this for? It's for everybody. How about stay-home parents can now contribute to the household? Put the children down for nap time, playtime, or whatever. Now you can bring more money into the house. There was a lady who had her daughter with some envelopes on Facebook, and she was promoting this business. And she said, what did she say? These letters, 50 a day. That's what she said. 50 a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. And I thought that was so cool because 50 a day, you multiply that times 5, right? 50 a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. So that's really cute, but that's what people are doing. And now stay-home parents are bringing in thousands of dollars from home into the home as a result. There's some people who have become stay-home parents because of it. How about retirees? How about being able to bring in extra income in addition to retirement? You know, the people who sponsored my husband and myself are a young 75-year-old couple who are retired. They earned over $30,000 last year, in addition to their income, just writing letters in their spare time. What can you do with an extra $30,000 writing a few letters here and there between your spare time? Man, I tell you, it makes a difference. Students and anyone looking for extra income. I have friends who are full-time traders, and they love it because they can put more money to work, right? So it's whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, it just brings in additional cash flow without interrupting what you're doing. We have people who are, doing things in the network marketing space, people who have full-time jobs, part-time jobs, people retired. It doesn't matter. Don't stop what you're doing, but allow yourself to write a few of these out and bring in extra income. Believe me, you will not be mad when those money start coming in. Must be 21 years of age in most states, reside in the United States or Canada. And because it is government regulated, it's not a Senate thing. Some states have decided to not participate. That's Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, Connecticut, and if you're in Canada, the province of Quebec. Now that's subject to change, but right now that's what it is. Okay. So, but stick around. We have other digital courses that could be, that could apply for you that can bring in additional cash flow. Now, how much can you make? Whatever you like. 10 letters a day, 5 days a week is $1,000 a month. Man, oh man, I wish when I was a student that something like this was around. Well, a college student, right? Who wouldn't want to have an extra grand a month and all you have to do is write letters in your dorm or your apartment, right? Imagine that. 20 letters a day and take 2 days off. These are all showing 5 days a week, but you can write every day. I know for us, we write every day. Why? Why not? We've turned some of our TV time into writing time. While you're sitting there writing Netflix, now you can be earning money while you're watching other people do the same. It's pretty cool, right? And believe me, once you start getting those drops coming in, you understand why people are so excited to write. It's actually therapeutic, but it's made a big difference. And imagine, whatever amount you write is what you write. Do you know that writing for a day, imagine writing 4 letters a day, no days off. That's $600 a month you can bring in to take care of a car note that you no longer want to take care of. Imagine. So whatever you want to write, it's totally up to you. People are earning $1,000 a month, 2,000, 3,000. There's people are earning upwards of $10,000 a month. Now, do they write a little bit more? Absolutely. But you choose whatever, get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. Now, these are real people with real results. The reason why they're smiling and they're happy because they know those are not Dear John letters. Those are letters where it's going to bring in cash flow to their household. Now, these are some success stories, and they're all different, but these are some we were able to capture that people wrote in and said, hey, listen, I just want to share some of my redemptions of what's happened for me. On the left-hand side, you'll see I am so grateful for this opportunity. It's been such a blessing for my family. I can't wait to get more people on board with this. $508 going into the bank account as well as $151. In the middle there, you see 465. And then on the right-hand side, you see 226 was the amount of drops of coins that came in, but they were able, after the conversion process, to turn that into $414. So as you can see, with Lisa's process of converting, you can actually end up with way more than what the coin value was that came in, which is super cool. Now, I love these stories because they really tell a little bit more of the story in terms of how the impact, what type of impact is being made in people's lives. On the left-hand side, you'll see trust the process, believe in the process. I lost my common law husband 10 years, almost 10 years, 10 years, almost 2 years ago to a massive heart attack. It's been a struggle to keep a house and family supported on one income. After weeks of skepticism, I took the leap. Sent my first batch of letters, meaning on October 17th of last year, and their first drop was 11 weeks and 5 days later. They got dropped 309 coins and they turned it into $406 into their bank account. Can't wait to see where this takes me in 2025. Thank you, Cindy family, for giving me a chance to find my own way. You can hear the relief in that story. I absolutely love that. Why? Because people are changing their lives. You'd be surprised what an extra $500,000, $2,000 a month can do to someone's household and how it can absolutely turn everything around. In the middle, tonight, I paid my credit card off all because of this gig. I'm still in shock. One down, two to go. $3,000 worth of debt gone from writing letters. Are you serious? And on the right-hand side, I'm in tears with a crying emoji. $2,238. Imagine that. Someone's getting their mortgage paid by the drops coming in and writing letters. Now, that's how exciting this is. And we get story after story after story after story. It's amazing. Now, this is the product line, pay per letter, which what I was just referring to that. And then we have trust formation, learning how to live inside your trust and get all the benefits like the rich and the wealthy have been doing for years, but it's for everyone. Protect your assets as well as be able to get huge tax benefits. Bill savings, digital business cards, credit repair coming soon. Pretty cool. With the credit repair, Lisa has had a tremendous success with credit repair. Not only is she sharing how to be able to fix your own credit, but also how to be able to help others do the same. How about the Amazon course? If you were here at the beginning, you heard Lisa say that she had an Amazon business where it did $15 million in sales in a 10-year period. I don't know about you. Anyone that's doing $15 million in sales and anything legally, I want to know what's up, right? So that course is being taught here, and people are actually earning money, learning how to make money on Amazon. Incredible. How about book publishing, intro to crypto, travel deals? We have a tremendous product line, more coming, but that's what we have to offer right now. Now let's get back to pay per letter. With the pay per letter, there's 9 lessons and it takes you about 30 minutes. It took me an hour. Why an hour? Because I went through the information twice. I wanted to make sure when I write my letters and I send it off that I was going to get paid for my efforts. So community support, and you can watch it as many times as you like. You have template approval, and you can start sending your letters in the right way as you become a member for a whopping price of $224.99 one time. I don't know about you, but I tell you, our first drop was more than that, okay, that came into our household. Imagine $224.99 you paid one time, but when you start writing your letters, you're getting paid over and over and over and over again, and you never have to pay that again. So that's what was impressive for me. Now, that includes $199.99 setup fee. That's one time. It also includes your first month of $25 subscription. There's no contracts. You can cancel that anytime. But if you're writing letters, why would you do that? Why would you cancel that? Let me tell you, changes are made often with big corporations, right? Sometimes what you're supposed to write change. They might have a comma change or a period change. Sometimes, there's been times since we've been involved. We haven't been involved that long, since December of last year. There have been some casinos that have decided to move their P.O. box to another address. Well, guess what? They have ascended people that take care of all of that. They have back-end support. You have customer support. You have a legal team. You have everyone that takes care of that information, that stuff, those technicalities. So if something changes, you get alerted. If I was out on my own and not reading the terms and conditions, and I kept writing and they changed the address, guess what? It would just been for nothing because it would not have even been received. So the $25 is so worth it. And it really can be a lot more, but they want to make it, achievable for everyone in all income levels. So just know, pay the $25 is so worth it. and you'll have access to everything you need to be successful here as you're writing your letters. Now, when it comes to just writing letters, if you're the type of person that says, listen, I don't want to share it with anyone, I just want to bring in more cash flow for my family, you can do that. I don't care to, get out my memory jogger. I don't care to do meetings. I don't care to, do any of that. I just want to make sure my family's good. If that's you, great, because that's for you. Now, if you are the type of person that says, listen, this is so good, how can I not share? My husband and I are like that. We love sharing. And you know what? That's optional if you want to do that. But you become a member first. And then if you would like to share, you can participate in the affiliate side of things, which is completely optional, independent from writing. And you can share by helping others and pay a one-time $20 one-time fee. And now you can have a link where you can earn direct and residual pay. How do you qualify for that? Pay $20 one time, not every month, not once a year. It's just one time. And you can share until, the end of time. That's how that works. But guess what? It's totally optional. That's what I love about it. So we have something for everyone. For those who don't want to share, guess what? Write letters and get paid. For those who do want to share, you can still write letters and get paid, but you can get paid also on the affiliate side. Something for everyone. Now, the casinos pay us on the letter writing side, which is nice, right? Send It pays us on the affiliate side. So while if you the type that like to share, while you're waiting for your pipeline to build and get paid on the letter writing side, you can get paid right away by sharing. How does it work? There are 4 different ways we get paid. The first way is $100 for everybody you personally refer, and $5 a month for everybody you personally refer. So how it works is this. You refer me, I get started at $224.99. And that's what happened. When we got started at $224.99, our sponsors got $105. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you got 3 people started this week, that's $315 the following week, right? So imagine 5 people getting started this week. That's $525 the following week. So it puts money into your pocket right now. But here's the thing. The $100 comes one time. The $5, every time I pay my $25, you would get paid $5. Every time I pay my $25 every month, you get paid $5. I pay 25, you get paid $5. I pay 25, you get paid $5. How many people do you want to refer? If you referred 5 people to writing letters, whether they were sharing or not, and they just paid their $25, guess what? Your $25 is taken care of. It's just that simple. Now, that's the first 2 ways we get paid. There's 2 others. So everyone falls in what we call a 3x10 forced matrix. I love the matrix because it doesn't matter if you share or not, everybody goes into this matrix. But what's nice about the matrix is that it's forced, meaning there's no manipulating from a person. Everybody goes from left to right in the next open spot by the system. Now, you will earn 50 cents per month for every person in the matrix, even if you never shared and they're not direct to you. Let me show you how that works. 50 cents sound like a little, but it starts to add up. So it's a 3x10 force matrix, 3 wide, 10 levels deep. And every time someone pays their $25 per month and they fall in your matrix, you get 50 cents. So my husband and I are building our matrix because you see here a built up matrix is $44,286 when it's full, right? So that's pretty cool. Now, on the way, you're going to earn money. So imagine whether you shared or not, if people start to fall inside your matrix, you may earn $6. You may earn $20. How about $50? How about an extra $200 and you had nothing to do with the matrix? That's how this can actually start to grow for you, provided you're part of a good, a fast growing team, I should say. We have people on our team who's starting to see the benefit of that. And as a result of that, their $25 is being paid because of the people falling in their matrix that's coming from someone else. So it's pretty cool. That's the third way. Once again, this is independent of your letter writing. Now, how do you get paid? The last way is called matrix match. You earn 50% on whoever you directly shared in the program. So you got me involved. Well, let's say you got 5 people involved, and those 5 people all did $1,000 in their matrix. Okay. $1,000 in a matrix, you're going to earn 50% of all 5. 50% of one is $500, right? $500. So you're going to earn 500. And then on the next one, another 500, which is 1,000. On the other one, you're going to earn 500, 500, 500. That's $2,500 because 5 people you got started earning $1,000. Pretty cool because that's just 50% on their matrix, right? So imagine if it was one person earning $1,000 that you shared, that's $500. And once again, this is independent of your letter writing because if you're writing letters, you're bringing in thousands of dollars per month that way as well. So this can become very lucrative for someone looking for additional cash flow to come into their home. Now, what do you get for being a promoter? Capture pages, landing pages, follow-up emails, training. You get everything you need to be successful. Basically, a link that does everything so that from start to finish, a person can get started with you and everything's attached to you when you send the link. Here are some capture pages, just show you some example of those. And it's just that easy, folks. All we do is send letters to billion-dollar corporations. And by law, they have to participate in us sending these letters, an alternative method of entry. And when we do, we get credit a coin that we later can turn into cash by converting it. And they get the tax deduction. It's a win-win for everyone. And guess what? To participate, you can write these letters and you don't have to share. But if you are and you have the sharing, heart in you and you want to be able to share, guess what? You can if you want to. And that there's another way to get paid when you share. It's just simple. It's just so simple. And so as you can see, get back to the person and tell them, send me the link. Because many of you right now have been praying for a way to bring in more cash flow. And you know what? It doesn't take much to write. It really doesn't. And some are really looking for a way out. And many people don't have a lot of time. A girlfriend of mine told me, she's like, I really want to do this, but my time is challenged. I said, can you write 4 a day? That's 20 minutes. 4 a day, it'd take you about 20 minutes. She said, yeah, I can do 20 minutes a day. Right. I said, that brings in an extra $600. She's like, whoa, yes. 4 a day keeps $600, a bill away. So imagine that could be you as well. All right, so I'll be back here Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Make sure you come again, bring more people with you because we want to get the word out of how phenomenal this is. It's being able to bring more security, more freedom, more options for people by getting this additional cash flow coming into their home. I do appreciate this time you've been able to spend with me tonight, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Once again, my name is Ronette Turner Corley, and until we meet again, happy writing. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.